welcome back to the Simple Homestead. My name is Julie. I am out here this morning checking on everybody. We got some snow last night, and the cows saw me, so they think it's feeding time, but try to typically feed them later on in the afternoon. They're going to be a little grumpy with me. And of course, the roosters are going to let me know that there's somebody out here. While I was out here, I wanted to share with you 3 resolutions that I'm making for 2024. And even though we have all the animals making all the noises, it's actually quieter than if we were in the house right now. The kids have been sick, and Eliana was coughing like all night, and so everybody's been awake since like 5:30 this morning when Bo was leaving for work. And so you're getting a little bit on that crabby side. We're going to be having to lay down for naps before too long. And going to be making some more warm tea and different things to try to calm her cough so that she can rest some today as well. But while we're out here, I thought it'd be fun to share 3 very simple resolutions that I've made for myself this year. Now, of course, I have some other things I'd like to do as well. These 3 will be the ones that I'm most excited about and really hope that I can do more than just this year. So my first resolution is putting the kitchen to bed. I've been watching YouTube videos while I've been folding laundry and different things like that over the last couple of weeks, and I believe it was the Elliott Homestead was sharing some things, and Shay was saying how putting the kitchen to bed just really tidies things up, and then you wake up in the morning and you have this clean space instead of a messy space. And I was really like, that one's kind of stuck to me. I've really let the kitchen be like my last room to clean up, and it ends up being a disaster. And so then like anytime my mom comes, I'm like, Mom, just please do my dishes for me. And then it's a chore instead of sitting and relaxing and having a cup of tea with her. And we're trying to get this stuff done. For the last week, I've been really trying to make sure I get the kitchen put to bed, and it's actually felt really good. I didn't realize just how much that was weighing on me, having the kitchen a mess all the time. I was very easily going like every other day before I would wash a dish, and then I'd feel like I was stuck in the kitchen forever. So being able to like force myself to just do them as I'm finishing up dinner or right after dinner has really been lovely. Like, did not realize how important that was for me to get that done. So I'm really glad that I heard that, and I am looking forward to continuing on with that this year. My second one is more family walks. We do like to walk around and look for mushrooms and just kind of see what we can find in the woods and dream about what we want some of our spaces to look like. So I'm really hoping that we do more of that this year, even if it's just walking around the fence line and checking cows and things like that. But I think all of us that have families know that as soon as you have a kid that is not seeming like they're in the greatest mood and you take them outside, their mood instantly changes. And that's just because of the fresh air and the fresh oxygen getting to us. We're in an area where the ticks are kind of bad, so we don't want to maybe go in the woods as much as before. And if we do, we just have to really watch and check everybody when we come back out. It's so important to get that fresh air and to be outside in nature and just let our bodies just feel and get away from all the distractions that there are easily accessible inside. When I looked out this morning and it was 5:45 and I seen the snow on the deck, I thought, oh my golly, that's a lot of snow. Well, luckily it's really not that much. It's just because it's on the deck, it seems like there's a lot more. My third goal for the year is to read more. When Matthew was a baby, every night we would sit and read. I really enjoyed sitting there and doing that. And as we've gotten more children and different things have changed and different activities with Matthew and Eliza now, we really got out of sitting down at night and doing that. And so then I was just like, well, we're doing it while we're having our school time and such as that. But now for 2 weeks we haven't attended school, and so we haven't even hardly sat and read but a few books here and there if somebody will come up to me and ask to read a book, but not as much reading as I used to do and would like to do. So that's on the list for this year as well. Reading to them. I like to actually read and finish some books. I'm reading one called The Garden Maker right now. That one's actually on my phone, but I do have 2 other paperbacks that I'm looking forward to reading, plus a few others that have been on my shelf for a while that I'd like to pull back out and read again, and so I'm looking forward to doing that this year. One last thing to go with the reading is I want to get better at reading my Bible again. I have seasons where I do really good with reading it, and then I have seasons where I like drop off and I'm just reading devotion books, which I mean they do have good information in them and they are very good to have as well, but I think I need to it's been a while since I've actually dug into the Bible. So that's on my list this year. I want to go through the Old Testament. I've read the last time I did a big Bible dig in, I finished the New Testament. I got through part of the Old Testament, but I never finished it. So that's kind of on my list. I'm like, if I can just do the Old Testament this year, I would feel pretty good about that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what God has for our family and for what I can learn new just from rereading a few verses a day. All right, guys. So, what is your resolutions? What is your plans for this year? I'd love to hear them. I am really excited for what we have coming for the farm. I think I'm going to share a little bit more about that next week, but I was really like sitting down and writing out what my thoughts were for the new year. And I'm like, I'm just going to share that this week, and then I'll share more about our plans for this year in the next video. We have Mia's birthday coming up. It's on Monday, and so we'll be celebrating her. I can't believe she's going to be 8 already. Time is just going so fast. And if you have not liked or subscribed to our channel, I would really appreciate that. We hit the 200 mark in between Christmas and New Year's, and I'm so excited to have that many subscribers. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm really trying to stick to it this time. You know, it's kind of one of them start, stops, and I was like, I think this is going to maybe be the time that I actually stick with it. I'm looking forward to share the beautiful things we've planned to grow this year with y'all. Until next time, grow something beautiful, friends.